least the metro finally got a break today.
Yeah, seeing a lot of sunshine out there and temperatures climbing above 90 degrees. We made it into the lower 90s the first time since the end of July. Here's what's going on, though. We still have some storms out there. Nothing around Albuquerque right now. But if you take a look farther to the north and to the northeast around Santa Rosa and Tucumcari, some strong, nasty storms. Some of these storms could produce winds in excess of 50 miles per hour and also nickel-sized hail. So if you find yourself near one of these storms, again, stay indoors and away from windows. And we also have some strong storms in parts of Catron County around Reserve. These are moving to the south, putting down some heavy rain. So we do have flood advisories once again for parts of the state, and we'll take a look at those in just a moment. And the Sacramento Mountains have been active all afternoon, and they're continuing to get hit with some periods of heavy rain right now, and also some storms in parts of Eddy and Lee County. So it really depends on where you are. We're seeing those storms out there, not as widespread as it was last night. Here's a look at those storms moving through the Sacramento Mountains and Ruidoso. You can see the clouds building and then dumping some heavy rain as this time lapse continues to go into motion, making for some wet roadways. So folks having to use those windshield wipers as they head out on their Saturday evening. A wider view of what's going on. It's pretty spotty, but along the Central Mountain chain and to the east, that's where we're seeing some of the stronger activity. Also around the Gila tonight, pretty quiet and dry around the Four Corners. Only a slight chance for an isolated storm here in Albuquerque. So here's a look at those flood advisories that I mentioned earlier. All the areas shaded in dark green under a flood advisory. So that means stay away from the arroyos and do not cross flooded roads. Temperatures right now pretty hot out there. Temperatures above average in the metro. We're sitting at 92 degrees. Our average high is 87, 85 in Santa Fe. The lower 70s though in Las Vegas, where we had some rain, 64 in Ruidoso, but in Alamogordo, where it's been dry, 90 degrees. So a huge temperature spread depending on where you are and where those showers are. If you are headed out to the Isotopes game tonight, temperatures on the hotter side starting out in the upper 80s around 7 o'clock for the first pitch. So what to watch as we head into the overnight hours tonight? Those widely scattered storms continuing for parts of eastern and southern New Mexico. Otherwise, it's going to be hot and drier for your Sunday and Monday, but by the middle and end of next week, we're watching our rain chances ramp up by Wednesday and Thursday. So as we head into the overnight hours, we'll have that chance for some hit or miss storms and some periods of heavy rain along the Central Mountain chain and to the east. This area of high pressure is hanging out with us this weekend. So what that's doing for us is kind of ushering in some drier air. Still enough moisture in place, though, to trigger some storms around the mountains. That will be the deal for your Sunday and also for your Monday. But as we head into next week, some changes are on the way. So this area of high pressure hanging out, limiting our storm chances basically to the higher terrain in some areas around the mountains into eastern New Mexico. So once we get to that daytime heating, we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms developing. But by Wednesday and Thursday, that area of high pressure will push off to the east. That will open the door for more moisture to move back into the state, giving us a better shot for statewide hit or miss storms by Wednesday and Thursday. So here's the extended forecast for Durango, Pagosa Springs, and Cortez. Temperatures into the middle to upper 80s tomorrow after starting out in the 50s with a slight chance for a few storms around the San Juans in southern Colorado. Over to the Four Corners, again, another hot, dry day. Temperatures into the middle 80s in Grants, but in Gallup, you'll make it to 90 degrees, 94 in Farmington. Over to the Four Corners, or to the southwest, excuse me, temperatures into the 80s and the 90s with a chance for some hit or miss storms tonight and tomorrow. Then over to Roswell and Carlsbad, temperatures back into the 90s with a chance for some storms, especially around the Sacramento Mountains. And then into the northeast, we could have some storms out there tonight. Another round possible tomorrow afternoon. And then over to the Northern Mountains, temperatures into the 80s tomorrow with a chance for some storms tomorrow, not as active tomorrow. And then into the East Mountains, temperatures into the upper 80s with a slight chance for a few storms. And in the metro, topping out once again in the lower 90s with a slight chance for an isolated storm. But it looks like our chances will get better, Crystal, as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, and those temperatures falling back into the middle 80s.
All right, thanks so much, Chris. Here's